Hi everyone, here we are back with chapter 17. We're going to talk about integrated direct marketing and personal selling. And again, it's part of the promotion mix, direct selling and personal selling and direct sales. And really what we're going to talk about, we're kind of not spend a lot of time on these things. It goes a little bit more in depth than we need to be in this class, but it's also important that you are exposed to it. So really the bottom line where we stand right now today is how marketers have creatively gotten around the decrease of interest in traditional methods and the increase in interest in digital media and contacting people, online, e-commerce. How personal selling has been integrated into e-commerce. So here we go. Integrated brand promotion. Direct marketing and database marketing and media for direct marketing and the role of direct marketing and personal selling. That's what we're going to talk about. Okay, so here we go, Best Buy. That really, it's direct marketing and great synergy with social media. And people use this as an example of Best Buy's Twitter page. So you can, and buy the product directly from the Twitter page. And it's a whole idea of omnichannel retailing and omnichannel selling. It's a hybrid between the consumer, both digital and in-store channels. And that's the idea. They talk about two-way free shipping, that you can get free shipping to you and then free returns. So direct marketing, it's e-commerce. Technically direct marketing, and it can be done anytime and anywhere with mobile marketing. And the big goal of direct marketing is to close the sale. You always want to close the sale. You want to identify your prospects, provide information to them, engage them, and then encourage brand loyalty and that kind of thing. And of course, close the sale. So here we go. The shift from catalogs we used to get in the mail now to e-commerce with people having websites and that kind of thing. And all the other different ways they reach us. It's certainly convenient, there's no doubt about that. It's become much more popular, and as technology advances, it makes it easier for both the marketer and the buyer. You can a lot more comparison shopping. Database management is a really big part of this whole idea of big data. So this is some of the stuff that a little bit more detailed than we need to go into, but it is still important. What is the cost per inquiry or cost per order? So how much does it cost, and then how much are people responding to you? And to a certain extent, it's easier to figure that out when it's done on digital. So you can take a look. There's a nice chart in the book you can take a look at that shows how direct marketing has changed. So direct marketing today includes e-commerce, and started from mail order catalogs, Pennies, Sears, LL Bean, and it's still a direct attempt. It's just a little bit different way to do it. And you kind of instant sales with online buying. It helps you identify future people, that kind of thing. Okay, so we've also seen increase in vending machines for all sorts of different items. And you can communicate directly with the consumer. Super convenient. So database development is, as I said, is a really, really big part of this. And database marketing is really important. So it's the idea of capturing people's information and maintaining those lists. So here we go. How many times have we seen these before? Geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral. This is how we break up the our segments and understand our segments and understand what they're looking for. and then also so we can then communicate with them effectively. So there's this whole idea of RFM, recency, frequency, and monetary. So this is an adage just in general, not just in marketing, but the best indicator of future behavior is past behavior. So if people are buying online, they're going to continue to buy online. If they are interested in certain items, then they're going to continue to buy those certain items. And the whole idea of cross-selling, we see that Amazon does that. If you're interested in this, then you might be interested in that. And again, this whole idea of list enhancement and maintaining that oh so important customer list. So the marketing database is the natural extension of a mailing list. It's just done differently now. And you get it directly from individual consumers, as well as you can buy other mailing lists as well. You can create a level of intimacy or more familiarity. So here we go again, this idea of recency, frequency, and monetary analysis. It's, what's the value of each customer to the organization, and who's given you the most business in the past, and those chances are those people will give you the most business in the future. And then, of course, as part of the sales process, that's really important, is this whole idea of follow-up, and helps to mitigate any kind of post-purchase or buyer's remorse that might exist. So yeah, we like frequent customers, and we also like the idea of cross-selling. So if you bought this dress, then maybe you like the jacket to match, or if you bought these pants, then you might need a sweater that's going to match. Okay, so a big issue with this is privacy, and people try to get around. There's are things in place that do not call, and it's a fine line as to are you going to be annoying people, or are they really going to reach out to you? And I think everyone's had the experience that you search for something on your phone, and then all of a sudden, the next time you log on to, some other site, a news site, you're going to see ads pop up for it. The goal, of course, is to create some kind of long-term relationship with people. So the Federal Trade Commission helps to monitor data privacy and looking out for our privacy. They enforce regulatory compliance. So there are, with everything, advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is that it's much more targeted. You can adopt things household by household, person by person. Different formats can be used to reach people. Different platforms can be used to reach people. And response is much higher than email advertising. It can be expensive depending upon how much detail you go into when talking with people, searching people out. Mailing lists, you're never going to have an updated mailing list because people are constantly moving and changing and getting married and getting divorced and having more children and becoming older and that kind of thing. So you have to make sure that's the idea that recency is so important to monitor. So here we go. Example of Southwest Air. Direct mail. They use direct mail, recognizing a 5-year relationship and including a small token of appreciation. This idea of rewarding frequency, of loyal customers. So again, this whole idea of law and also etiquette, or just sensitivity to what people are looking for. You want to avoid spam. There are laws against that, the Can't Spam Act, and there's the opt-out and opt-in, and don't sell people's email addresses that you lose trust, or sending too much junk mail. So here we go, an example of 1-800-Flowers. uses the toll-free phone number, which is really effective if people, want to have some sort of, if it is more suited to actually be able to talk to someone. It can be expensive, but it does have a high response rate. And people still, people like people. People still want that personal touch. So again, telemarketing advantages and disadvantages. Telemarketing has certainly really gone out of favor in the past 10, 15 years. It's taken a lot of heat. People don't like to be interrupted. But if you are the one who's making a contact, people seem to be a little bit more willing to participate in it. You also get immediate feedback that can be really helpful. So other applications is the idea of the infomercial. Everybody has seen an infomercial. It could be, it's usually during, cheaper time slots, in the middle of the night or that kind of thing. You can have testimonials. There are, it has sort of morphed into this whole idea of as seen on TV, so you can see the infomercial, again, giving multiple platforms for people to go on. You can see the infomercial, and then you can go buy it in the store. You can go, see it in the store and touch it and feel it and that kind of thing. So then there's, there's as seen on TV. There's special areas in stores, and there's actual stores, as seen on TV stores. Just another way to reach people and continue customer engagement. So here's one example of the Sleep Number bed. So a little bit more about infomercials. You have to have some sort of expert testimonial or spokespersons working on it. And we talk about the marketing communications manager. It looks at the whole program, not just parts of it. It comes up, come up with a big part of the overall marketing plan. So again, the big deal is here. The big goal is to close the sale. Face-to-face is really the best. And face-to-face is really best with higher priced items. For example, a bed or furniture or, car, that kind of thing. And to give people the option to, trade it in if they want to. So here we go. Apple Store's point of purchase is where the salesperson plays a critical role in determining the consumer's ultimate choice. And salesperson can provide a lot of information. This is particularly true for more complicated products, such as technology. So closing the sale. You want to take the order, it's this idea of face-to-face contact is really important. And this, again, the idea of technical products or things that require some sort of testing out. So they're really for shopping products as opposed to convenience products. So personal selling, one-on-one. You'd have video sessions. As technology changes, we'll see changes in this as well. So system selling a variety of interrelated components together. And a good part of customer relationship management, which we know is one of the two goals of marketing. Value creation and customer relationship management are the two goals of marketing. And this idea of system selling really helps with that. It reinforces that whole idea of relationship management. And then missionary salespersons are ones that really they're there. It's almost like just to make sure that people are happy, monitor satisfaction, try to see, what kind of keep a beat on what is it that people are interested in long term. And then finally, customer relationship management. It really is key to developing long-term relationships with people. Again, because people do things for people. Generally speaking, no matter how much digitization we have, you can never underestimate the importance of that face-to-face personal communication. Okay, so like I said, we're going to wrap up quickly on Chapter 17. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you back here for Chapter 18, the final chapter in our class.